check. This mic's on, then we gon' ride hard, kicking up dust, can't leave nobody behind to talk. No. And the only proof that my crew came through will be the people found lying in chalk. Allow me to introduce first, Crackervelli the boss, white boy till I die, whatever the cost. I be a lie if I said that I never took losses, but I'm telling the truth when I say it don't happen often. I be pissing people off until they put me in a coffin. I'm a sergeant in this army, people listen when I'm talking to caution. Can't you see we building here, acting like something you ain't and get you killed in here. I ain't crude or rude, I'm just real sincere. There's no time to worry about your feelings here. Here's some boots, here's some gear. You didn't want to be here, shouldn't have volunteered. Riders round here, and we don't take the outsiders round here. Know what I mean? It's a known fact that you can get it around here, and ain't nobody gonna tell who did it around here. I ain't them goofy white boys from the movies talk shit and had to shoot me. Oh, absolutely. I ain't them goofy white boys from the movies talk shit and had to shoot me. Oh, absolutely. I ain't them goofy white boys from the movies talk shit and had to shoot me. Oh, absolutely. I ain't them goofy white boys from the movies talk shit and had to shoot me.
Detail shop, you know what I'm saying? Just got whipped up, pulling in the detail shop. In a minute, they gon' bring my license, my proof of insurance, registration back on here. Apologize and let me go, you know what I'm saying? About to come out clean, we'll go to the barber shop, go to the crib, change clothes, and take y'all to the West End. It's been a slow grind, you know, been to Def Jam and back from Def Jam. I'm gonna show you all that shit, y'all gonna see that shit in upcoming days. Told them they catch me at the red light. These cats talk all that shit about they trying to see me, they would like to holler at me about this and that, you know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to see me. In the same fucking places. We go by the moto sports shop, they working on a whip of mine down there. They got some rims in that we had ordered, and we're gonna go through there, and we just gonna keep rapping. They come to the office and cut the camera.
Dip and dabble in the dope game.
I'm gonna take y'all to the interstate a little bit, about 15 minutes to my grandma's place. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all, you know what I'm saying, where brother, you know what I'm saying, where brother really came from, where the cracker really had to go through so you can better understand the adversity that stood between me and my goal, you know, and appreciate the fact that I overcame that adversity. That train is sitting on a set of tracks that divides this community. That over there being the good side, and this over here being the wrong side. It sounds kind of cliche now, but that's what the fuck it is. And coming down into the neighborhood where actually my grandma and grandpa, when I went to live with them, got custody.
Can't hardly walk down the jump, get you a cold drink or anything, man. If people want to fight you, they'll rob the hell out of you right now. Yeah, they'll take your money. I
raided up with them.
I seen the youngest gay and baby get killed right there. I was riding my bike right up the street.
I've been going on this street up 66 years, man. I know everybody up and down through here.
You knew all my whole family.
We live next door, 198 Green Street. Hurts to watch and Irene.
And the reason I wanted to come over here and talk to Bobby, because Bobby is a cornerstone in this community. He's seen a lot of people come, a lot of people go, a lot of people go and come back, a lot of people die right out here. Right, here's the whole thing. Right back over there to the right, this is the main street that we're on right here. That's my old neighborhood right there. Matter of fact, my house is about 20 yards to the right. You bust this left, and you're smack dab in the middle of the worst set of bricks in the city. And this is where I spent most of my days growing up. Right here in these projects. These projects right here, this is up the Heights housing projects. And I didn't live over here, but I was over here every day after school. Because a lot of my best homies lived over here.
I seen crack hit real hard over here.
Now, you couldn't walk through the projects hardly because it'd be dangerous. But at that time, that was heaven on earth, the projects. When the projects was landing, everybody wanted the project because you had the lights and the water and the gas and, you know, and it was cheap rent, judged on by what you drawed, what you was making. And everybody wanted to be in a nice new house project.
All the negative shit. You know, but up under that, man, there was a lot of positivity, man. A lot of goodness.
No, I wanted to flow with you.
My grandbaby. Yeah, pull that out when they see you. Hey, pull that over when they see you.
Hey, man.
I thought he was like, hey, I gotta go shoot the dog in the graveyard. Go by and see Grandpa.
You know, I brought y'all out here because when I come out here to see my grandma, I always make a point to come see my grandpops, you know what I'm saying? I make a lot of special trips out here just to, you know, be where I know he is, even though I know it's just his physical being in that hole. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm closer to him here than anywhere else. You know, my parents got a divorce when I was 1 year old. When I was 1 year old, you know, my mom was a great lady, man. She tried really hard, you know. I ultimately, at about 6 years old, made a decision to stay with my grandparents. And, you know, they raised me as well as they could, you know, and taught me everything, you know, that they could teach me. But the problem that kept occurring, you know, that occurred was instead of having a regular generation gap that you have between parent and child, I had a generation gap, like a generation canyon, where, you know what I'm saying, the age difference between myself and my grandparents was so much different. It was hard for me to make them understand the pressure, you know, that I was going through and what was going on. They had a real misunderstanding of me. They just thought that, like a lot of their sons and their offspring, I was trouble. I was going downhill. That's what it was going to be. And by the time I was 18, I'd be dead or in the penitentiary. And they made a point to tell me that 2 to 3 times a week.
I thought he was never going to mount to a hill of beans, you know. Oh, I worried about him an awful lot. I didn't want him to get in no problems. See, he was running with, I thought some people that I didn't care too much for.
I've been in and out of trouble, you know what I'm saying, with the law my whole life, you know, like gun charges, drug charges, assault charges, you know, pretty much any kind of trouble you can find.
I know Jason better than anybody in this world knows him. And he's honest, he's truthful, he wouldn't beat you out with a nickel. His grandpa raised him.
Dude invested his whole life into trying to make me be something reputable. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want me to be like in the streets, you know, fucked up, on dope, you know what I mean, in and out of fucking jail and shit. He wanted me to have something and be somebody.
But yeah, it was no loot. You know what I'm saying? It was no clothes. I remember, man, we was finna get ready. He called me and he was like, man, I'm going to this one spot. And I ain't never really been up in nowhere like this. It was on Bell Road out in Antioch, and they called it the, I want to say the players house or some shit like that. But he was like, man, it's gonna be all black folks in there. And I ain't really fucked up being around no black folks. And I done stood toe to toe in the ghetto. But I ain't never just went and done no show for them. What if they don't like me? I said, I got you, man. I'm gonna go with you. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm gonna get my little fit together. I'm gonna hook up with you. You know what I'm saying? We get ready to go in the place. We clean. He got on some shoes. I'm like, man, what kind of shoes is them? They kind of look like Reebok soldiers a little bit. But then when he raised them up, he had no Reebok on the side. I was like, fuck. And he said, my pants covered up. I was like, yeah. Then he said, man, shit hit me hard. He said, my granddaddy bought it for me, man. He said, man, he wanted to help me do. I was doing a show tonight.
Like I said, man, the cars and trucks, clothes and shit, man. You know, I appreciate the blessings that God has bestowed on me, and I never want to sound ungrateful, but It just would mean so much more if my man could have been here and seen me really achieve these goals.
We went up there, man, hit the stage. I stood on the sideline, you know what I'm saying, man. He rocked the hell out of the show. Everybody in there pitched a bitch when he left stage. He had to go back on stage and do another track. I came off the stage, I remember I said it must be the shoes, you know what I'm saying?
My own brand, no name, hot tops. My people couldn't afford Nikes and Reeboks. But you ain't about to pick on me, man.
That'll go over. That rapping won't go nowhere. I just didn't know anything about rapping. I didn't understand it. I thought, well, that's a phase he's going through, you know, and he'll get over it. But he didn't know it. He tried to make my day.
My granddaddy used to ask me, like, every time he talked to me to go to church with him. Well, about every 15 times he asked me, I try to make it a point to go. At my church, we believe in the Spirit of God moving when inside the church. And I really felt exposed to the Spirit of God in that place. You know what I'm saying? For the first time in my whole life, I told God that I had music on my heart real heavy. And did he think it was something I should pursue? Just as plainly as you're hearing my voice now, I heard a voice say, leave that white shit alone. Stop carrying a pistol everywhere you go because you're going to end up killing somebody. And I'll make it happen in my time, which is a lot different than your time. And that's, you know what I'm saying? And I went to the altar and prayed about it. And then things started happening.
We finished the record. We put it out. You know, it really didn't do anything for like 12 months. Become like the 13th month.
Yeah, everybody said, everybody said, everybody said, This ain't that old brand, boy, this that real ball. Shit to get them ice cold, motherfuckers chill balls. Overcame mountains, not just little hoes. Known to make examples out of little chunks, boy.
Before Eminem, this is before anything, you know what I'm saying? So, become like the 13th month, we tripled the whole year in sales.
My lap, wish you would run up on me, homie, cause you can't control me. I roll parolees, OGs who drink holy, dickies and tattoos, bad dudes with attitudes. Ask you what you about to do and knock the shit up out of you. You roll out of control, you get swole, you catch a bowl to your throat, or you know, cause we so out of control. We roll out of control, you get swole, you catch a bowl to your throat, or you know, cause we so out of control.
It take more when you got, you know, got true natural talent. Right. Now, when you're not imitating nobody, when you're not sounding like nobody, when you're being original and you're being yourself, man, you know what I'm saying? It just
The aspect of life that he's speaking from, you know what I'm saying, really showing that everybody's going through it, we've all been through it. It's not just a black thing, becoming a poor fucked up, it's universal, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's important that Stack is able to represent part of life that certain people have never seen before, and a part of life for other people hasn't been represented.
Sound like every clown around, pound for pound, I astound thousands with albums that hit knocking chunks out of tricks, hungry like Tyson back.
Around the corner from the barbershop. Low had to run up the street, he be right back. Alright. I'm coming right up on you now. Who you got with you?
Jody's just with me.
Alright.
Stop, look, but don't touch it. If you rub up against it, I hope that you don't scuff it now. Stop, look, but don't touch it. If you rub up against it, I hope that you don't scuff it now. Stop, look, but don't touch it. If you rub up against it, I hope that you don't scuff it now. Stop.
Eric Mack, put me down, you know what I'm saying, at the studio, at Nice Studio. We started working on some projects. Then, you know, he got in a situation where he had to go on, you know what I'm saying, one of them
federally funded vacations, you know what I mean? And when he left, you know what I'm saying, I was out there kind of stuck. All I really had was to use as a demo was the material that I had cut with Eric.
He called me, he's like, man, he's like, I was in a situation and man, I'm not in that situation. He's like, I want to come down there and, you know, talk to you about putting a record out.
Sonny heard it, he loved it, and signed me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to do a white rapper first. I don't want him to think that I'm just doing this like white thing or something. I'm white already, so I'm already going against the grain. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, this was end of 97.
We put out my first record, Mac Million. That motherfucker flopped like concrete cupcakes, man. Didn't nobody buy into that whole shit. And then a year later, it started picking up, selling 200 copies a week. So the distributor called like, that Haystack shit, y'all might be on to something with that.
You know, from there it just started snowballing, man, and it kind of turned into like, some people say it's their favorite record.
In that first year, the small group of people, let's say, you know, less than 600, 700 people that had that record, dude was their favorite rapper. Like literally, man, like this record was so fresh and so different than everything else that was coming out of the South period, because he was a lyricist. Like Stack's a true bona fide motherfucking rip your head off MC lyricist.
We see whenever we hear a rapper or hear an artist, and this coming from a fan perspective, like whether or not he's lived what he's talking about or he's just talking out the side of his ass.
So we put together another album and Car Full of White Boys.
Got that right, you know what I'm saying? Went out, promoted that. That's when I got with Lex. We started working real hard, banging that. Lex was die hard for me, promoting his ass off, working real hard.
When I came into the Street Flavor family, when Stack brought me to Sonny and got us on the Street Flavor, there was really no budget at all, really.
We did crazy shit for that album, man. Like we made 10,000 flyers that said Haystack is coming, and they had a boot print on. And they said Haystack is coming, and that's all they said. Man, we did everything, we threw them bitches out of there.
We went out and did crazy shit, man. When I say crazy shit, like people say they got street teams and they got guerrilla marketing and they're really out in the streets putting it down. Dog, we used to do shit that nobody would do. Because my logic was if we do some shit that other people aren't doing, then that puts us apart from them.
Man, the homies was so gangster with their promotion.
There was no street team that did shit like we did.
Motherfuckers would go out
and climb up on billboards, other people's billboards, and
take like 20 Haystack posters, 40 Haystack posters, and make a Haystack billboard out of Veronica Tate, #1 real estate agent in the Mid-South. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a Haystack billboard, Street Flavor Records billboard the next fucking morning. You know what I'm saying?
Post 100 in my north side hat, I fucking ain't counting money. I got 30 hoogies that'll come around through there, light that bitch up like New Year's. I roll with
you know, Lex been a motivator, man, a core supporter. A lot of days I ain't feel like getting up, you know, Lex call, you know, tell me how ungrateful I am, you know what I'm saying? How lazy I fucking am. We're outside Stack's house. I talked to him at about 5 this morning. He was just about to go to sleep, so it's like 3 now. It's kind of when our day starts, man. We live a different schedule than most people. I know Guerilla Black, I know Game, I know they both got them, you know what I'm saying, F-150 thing, you know what I'm saying, but they ain't got that limited edition Southern coverage sitting on, you know what I'm saying, Big Crawl 24 boys like that one. Check it out.
now stop, look, but don't touch it. If you rub up against it, I hope that you don't scuff it. Now stop, look, but don't touch it. If you rub up against it, I hope that you don't scuff it. Now stop.
You know, we worked a car full of white boys as well as we could, you know, in Nashville and surrounding areas.
Don't turn it back on yet. Hold on, I want to show you something. I don't need no motherfucking disc, because watch this. If you know it, get with me now. I'm from a constant state of crumpets. Even haters love this. Some of the coldest instance ever been published.
It's time to step out on the scene. Raise some hell.
So we had a hotter studio. You know, I had Shannon with me, Shannon Sanders, DJ Dev, and me, which basically produced the record. And it was hot. It turned out great. You know, we hit the road with it. We got great responses from everywhere we went.
Finna check out the next spot. My click is about to wreck shop. We don't dance, we just pop. You run up, you get dropped.
Within the first 2 weeks of releasing the record, I think I sold like 10,000 copies. You know, we were #1 in like 6 or 7 different markets over everything, rock, pop, country, whatever. In certain stores and markets, we were #1.
We did shows, again, man, Memphis, a lot of Nashville, big fucking crowds. Kentucky, big fucking crowds.
When you hit a stage and 10,000 people are focused completely on you and the lights are all on you, there's no other feeling in the world that even compares to it. And like to see people that really knew the words to the music and hear them saying the words to the shit was even like more energizing. Like that pumped us more. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we both came out not scared at all, man. Like we were like, you know what I mean, this is where the fuck we supposed to be. We've been waiting for this our whole fucking life.
We always had that same chemistry. But then the real test became, you know what I'm saying? We was new to 10, 8,000.
I get hated on my brothers like my bitch was black. It's just a fact. And they tell you listen wise cracks. 101 reasons for you to despise stack. Money hungry dog means don't get that bread. We gotta get doors like the feds cold red. You heard what old boy said? Damn, he tight. I just don't like him cause he right. I'm through the industry. Independent picture.
I wanted people to get, you know, a true sense of who Stack is and why so many people subscribe to the message that Stack was pushing and to the songs that Stack makes. And the reason that people subscribe to it and what I really wanted to get across is it represents a demographic of people that have never, ever been represented.
It's safe to say we deep in West Nashville. Right here on the corner of Georgia Ave, cop you a lawnmower. You know what I'm saying? Nice little 40 rock. Make it happen for you over the nation. You can get it. Make it happen. They like their own fucking city, but they metropolitan zone, man. I'm telling you, I done ripped and ran all through these damn streets over here. This part, you know what I mean? All down through here. You know what I'm saying? Now, I done passed the torch on. I really be in the cut, man. I'm at the office, you know what I'm saying? Trying to stack this paper up. I let you know what I'm saying? My little dudes out here representing. I call him Junior, you know what I'm saying? They know him in the streets, Jelly Roll. Haystak, he'll tell you a whole new asshole on that freestyle. Tell me, so help me God, you know what I'm saying? That's the future right there. That's what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the future right there. I probably won't be here to see it, so you know what I'm saying? Lex gonna have to coach him up, you know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers gonna hold us down. And we done started some shit that'll never stop. And you gonna see it. We gone, we here. Shit is gonna keep moving. Yeah.
This young struggle, cuz. Fuck who you thought I was. I really bought them choppers. I really sold them drugs. I never sold them guns. I still got them heaters. I just renamed my K Cuba. Do you want a meter? See that mask on my face? It embraces the basics of everyday nation situation I'm facing just to make it. Hesitation from litigation, eradication from penetration. You know my occupation. Would take me a lifetime to make up, just wake up to hate you for doing the things that you do. Patiently waiting to bust on you and your crew. What would you do in a situation you're facing critical and you don't know if you're gonna make it but physical?
White boys can't rap, but white boys can't trap. So fuck a movie, fuck a deal, give me a damn pack. Stand back and let Jelly work the streets, cause if rap don't work for me, I can get a bird for cheap. I know you heard of me, come on, he's murder, and I will chop your ass up like it's a cheeseburger. Jelly, I'ma live it up, Jelly, I'ma live it up. I tried to draw my dick on a piece of paper, but the paper wasn't big enough, so give it up. Homie, you ain't talking about that. Woo!
No more of that. Come on, let's go to JoJo. Let's go to JoJo.
CWB, from my understanding, was a record that Lex had wrote, and then it became a group, and then it became a bunch of people, and then it became people in California and Florida and Georgia and Delaware and Las Vegas. It's like we never expected for this shit to be as big as it was. We knew it could be, but we never dreamed.
We'd go to California and see CWB tattoos, or Delaware and see CWB tattoos. You know,
that motherfuckers all over the country would have the same tattoo that we have because they relate to what CWB means so strong.
They identify because that's what they supposed to do. That's them. They CWBs. They ain't wiggers. They ain't wannabes. They CWB.
That there'd be, you know, hundreds and thousands or a couple 100,000 people with this tattoo all over the country saying this is who they are and this is what they've always been, and they just never had anything.
CWB in general gives them somebody that makes them feel like, you know, basically we fight for their cause.
Ever since I started fucking with Haystack and the CWB organization, whenever I got released on April 1st, 2004, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't been back to jail since then. Like, it has altered my life in a positive direction.
It makes them a part of something.
There wasn't really nothing to, no label to give them until, you know what I'm saying, CWB came about, and this, man, the impact has just been real strong on my life.
One person can be a CWB. A group of CWBs has got to diversify. They just can't call themselves CWB like that's, you know what I'm saying, that's what they doing.
We never expected that shit to pop up all over the country, but it has. So now, people would like to leave us with the responsibility of what other CWBs are doing.
All that happens is they commit one act of violence.
Florida shit where this kid got killed, and the dudes that killed him had the CWB tat.
All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, that reflects badly on CWB's national.
There's a certain level of responsibility that people have to take for themselves to better themselves.
There's just some cats that happen to share some opinions that we have. And, you know, I hate it for the kid that died, and I hate it for his family, and I'm sure that he's pissed.
The lyrics of this record, I can make you relate if you gave me just a second. Relate to having nothing but ambition and courage. Blocking something out as if it didn't occur.
They don't talk about the fact that it's a support group, that I got cats successfully complete 5-year community correction stretches, you know what I'm saying?
They ain't tell me shit. And the more I started slipping and falling, caught cases, getting jumped, stabbed, getting shot, you know what I'm saying? Like, eventually I said, damn, I listen to these hooties, you know what I'm saying? I might not be in the predicament I'm in now.
You know what I'm saying? Music can literally stop you from killing a motherfucker. Music can literally stop you from going out and robbing a motherfucker. Music can literally stop you from killing yourself. You know what I'm saying? People like to talk about how music drive people to do bad shit. They never talk about how much music saved you.
Yeah, there's never been anything about the positive shit that we've done, about, you know, all the charity concerts we've done, and all the people that have directly been pulled maybe out of a bad decision they would have made because they had a show to go to.
I got cats on 7 years parole that I'm not giving back to the government. I'm not giving back to the penitentiary.
Dude caught me, I was catching charges, multiple bonds. I was a juvenile through Taft, Woodland Hills, and it's like whenever we sat down, he's like, shit, I've been through that, I feel that.
Somebody, you know, that's gonna be there to encourage me, you know, toward a more righteous, more positive decision. But you don't ever hear that. You just hear the people that got beat to death with bats.
Never stop though, the studio was my sanctuary. May not be legendary, but for now I'm necessary. They call me a good man, hell, that's hereditary. They show me so much.
I wasn't gonna do another record over at the label where I was at with that distributor because I really wasn't feeling the way they was treating me. So, you know, I was like, fuck y'all, I'm not gonna do it. It ain't nothing that can happen that can make me do it. But then, as shit happens, my girlfriend got pregnant. So, you know, I had $40,000 coming in the advance on my next record, so I took the 40 G's.
I think Koch, the only place Koch really fucked up to me was not doing a video on Reckon. Not pursuing, what they felt was that at the point in which they picked the record up, the record was on its way down. And in my opinion, there was 100 markets that didn't even hear the record yet. So I was like, let's keep rolling with that and let's burn up these other markets. But it didn't happen that way. But we did elect to do the second option because, once again, eating in this game is probably the hardest thing to do.
I'm doing what I was born to do. What's wrong with him? Now what's wrong with you? Couldn't afford piano, so we bought keyboards. Sick of hearing.
Then The Natural did so well. Def Jam came and bought me out of my contract.
My man Bun B-Boy, what up, man?
What's up, Dola?
Chillin', dog. Just got this little A&R position over at Def Jam South. So.
Yeah, I heard about you. You with Stack now here.
Yeah, I'm over there helping. Well, I really can't help because the boy know what he's doing. I'm really just kind of overseeing the project on behalf of Face. You know, Face is OG like that. He can't be everywhere at one time, so he brought me in to kind of be able to move around for him, which is all good with me because Stack is my people.
Scarface comes and gets a motherfucker. Takes me to Def Jam, to a situation that unbeknownst to me or anybody on my side of the ball was fucked up. And Def Jam is a beautiful thing. It was built by Russell. And Russell was, you know, just on some real entrepreneurial shit at the time. Was the first, man. It was fucking, you took the hottest word in hip hop, the hottest word in rock, and you made Def Jam. And you had Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin. And I knew that wasn't who was over there then, but I thought I'd get there and work with Leo and Kevin because I really admired some of their work. And then they fucking leave.
I was brought in, I don't know, I guess, to help things run smoothly, whatever. I just wanted to make sure the cat with mine was right so that he can make good fucking music, point blank, period. If there was some shit going on internally with the label and the system, if that's disrupting the creative process, then let's get that going so the man can make fucking music. I'm an artist. I know that you can't make music when you're worrying about other little petty bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I stagnated over there, shelf for 18 fucking months under them motherfuckers.
Just really noticed that as we got deeper into the project, the more and more we tried to get the resources from New York down to here, realizing that, you know, Def Jam South wasn't really just, well, from where we were working at, the aspect we were working from, like we couldn't call any shots. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say that was a Def Jam problem. I guess basically Def Jam South. It may have been a problem with that system, but I also know that at the time this man was trying to make an album, that Face and Leo and Kevin were having their issues, you know what I'm saying? And that shit came to bear down on the artist project, and that type of shit should never happen. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck Def Jam, fuck Kevin Loud, fuck all the motherfucking A&R dudes, the faggot ass A&R dudes.
But I'm a dreamer.
The situation post Def Jam, I co-executive produce everything that comes out. I own 50% of my label. We drive brand new shit. My little girl fat as a town, dog. And you know what I'm saying? Fuck them, it's over. I'm happy. We going forward. And Paleface Universal just sprung that one on you.
I'm the one no one expected to continue making records, but I'm standing where I'm standing cause I did the unexpected. You can dislike me, but I will not be disrespected. Not in Tennessee or NYC, Los Angeles or Texas. Yeah, you got style.
Fuck with the hood, man. You know what I'm saying? Go through here and fuck with some cats. But you know what I mean? Been holding the city down for a long time. Certain parts of town. Fed a lot of families. You know what I mean? Just show y'all that love, man. Like I said. A spot where just to keep it all the way 100, it ain't gonna be no whole lot of white boys doing nothing, let alone coming over there with cameras.
Check. Yeah. You either with me or against me in this thing. Ain't no in between.
You're rolling with me, you're rolling with me. Let's go. You're going with me, you're going with me. Let's go. You're down with me, you're down with me. They show me so much love, it's like it's always February.
Look at this, get that, look at this. And they think we playing out here.
The ordinary love song. Cross tracks, ENT, WB, reprise.
Water brother.
Stack in the building.
Look at that.
What's up, bruh?
What's
That's
up
my
with
coach.
Not too much.
That's my coach.
I'm working it for the hood. Working it for the hood. I'm almost staying in the hood. They brought Haystack to my hood. Anywhere you wanna go, any 4 parts of town, we going. And they got links on the ground.
Come on, that I'm gone. When I won't be gone. They can hold me down forever and I'm gonna be home. In no time at all, it won't be long. I just need everybody back home to be strong. Every day that I'm gone is when I won't be gone. They can hold me down forever and I'm gonna be home. In no time at all.
You know what I'm saying? Hold it down like that, man. Much love, bro.
Def Jam South couldn't hold him.
Couldn't hold me. They know what it is. Ain't no secret on the street. Everybody know. White folks know, black folks know. I'm too big for them bitches. You know what I'm saying? It's no secret.
Crazy, but then, like I said, not only the situation with facing them, but then the internal situation at Def Jam in total. And with Haystack, the problem was that he kind of saw it coming. And was like, everything's kind of twisted right now. Y'all kind of tripping. Just let me go. And they didn't want to let go. And I'm like, these people are knowing, just kind of Stack was knowing, that they're not going to even be there in 6 months.
By the grace of God, I was able to get out of there, and I did the Portrait of a White Boy album.
It'd be real easy for dude to take the calls from these majors, because they all called when he left Def Jam. Dude's a fucking free agent, you know what I'm saying? Like, and consistently sells records. All the majors call. He don't want to be there because dude wants to control his career.
Music-wise, business-wise, it's very hard to find that kind of support by somebody that's actually gonna say, we're not just gonna make you a rapper, we're gonna make you a businessman. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make you an entrepreneur. Very few people doing that.
Independent money is where it is. Like, who the fuck wants to make, 10% when you can make 80% and still stay who the fuck you are?
People that want to get it, want to get in, make some money. Really, I can't even say make no money, man. If put it like this, if fame is your thing, then a major label's away.
I see the why people would want the fame and like the quick immediate gratification.
If having a long-lasting, sustained career without instant boom, you know what I'm saying, but with a bubble, with a nice, constant, long bubble, back burner bubble, that's what you want. So if you can get a bubble and then shine a light on it, increase the size of your bubble, so when it's gone, you're still bubbling.
Light a match. You know what I'm saying? Records speak for themselves, man. You ain't gotta buy t-shirts, shrink wrap Vans because, you know what I'm saying, you put shit on top of ice cream, you ain't eating it anyway. Is the record hot or is the record whack?
Portrait of a White Boy with no promotion, the 15th selling independent album in the country right now.
And it actually, we didn't even whisper that record was out, and it sold units.
Not fuck no major label, period.
Right.
Just the whole point is what you need and what you don't need. And I don't need them, and what I'm doing, what I'm determined to do is get in a position where I feel like they need me.
Yeah, he's a stubborn motherfucker, but he's real. You know what I'm saying? For some people, Stack is probably too real. But eventually, everybody got to face reality. When that time comes, you're going to be looking Stack there in the fucking place.
I never doubted myself. I always knew I could change how people listen to music like DJ Screw.
I tell people all the time, man, I've been in the studio with Grandmaster Flash when I was 13 years old. I've been doing this for 17 years. I've watched, Melly Mel rap. I've watched all these great rappers rap right in front of my face over the years. And to this day, the only rapper who's really moved me is him.
I don't pop no bottles on me. I don't do no Pilates. I don't aerobic beside no tabo and no karate. I don't do no chin-ups, boy. I ain't no pin-up, boy. Ain't got no six-pack, but I got a...
People like you need people like me, so that you can point your fucking fingers. Say goodbye to that white guy. You'll never meet another white guy like this again, I tell you that much.
But I got a... This ain't that bullshit, it's something I got to say. Not tomorrow, but today, I mean right away. I done been paid
see a white boy getting money in the streets, period, in what's considered to be an urban field, he's hustling like a motherfucker. When you see them white boys with them Clear Channel radio shirts on, man, please believe that white boy did everything short of sell his soul to get that job.
Bitch, and that's the shit that get you sleeping with them. Bitch, when they had my funeral, some gon' say I was an asshole. Big stack, Mac-ho, alias, Fatso. I don't want no bottles on me. I don't do no Pilates. I don't aerobic side, no taco and no karate. I don't do no chin-ups, boy. I ain't no pin-up, boy. Ain't got no six-pack, but I got a...
I wanted to make sure that a lot of the misconceptions about who Stack is came through the DVD. You know, my logic was anybody that's sitting watching it with somebody that may, you know, have a misconception about who Stack is.
And I say it again and again. Fuck people that are afraid to associate with me because they're afraid people have racist perceptions about me.
Being white and all that ain't got shit to do with it. I know, you know, I know hundreds of black men, you know what I'm saying? Black, whatever you want to call them. Fake the motherfucker. Fake the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? For me, real is real, man. You know, woman, dog, horse. Keep it real with me, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? I could give a fuck. Just a real motherfucker, man. He kept it real. He had no illusions about who he was. You know what I'm saying? As far as rap shit was concerned.
A lot of record labels will put a white boy on. You know what I'm saying? Ice his mouth out. You know what I'm saying? Put him in a throwback jersey with a matching headband. Have him in the video. You know what I'm saying? Now that ain't me. And then what I represent. That ain't how I'm gonna get there. I'm not gonna come out like that.
Got two kinds of artists. Artists that are making music to make money and fame, like all the shit that comes along with commercial success, like national success. You got artists that are there for that, and then those that are there to truthfully just do the music, and money is just a byproduct of them making the music that they want to make.
I drive that white boy shit home. And the whole point is, man, when I got here, I was green and lame to the fucking game. I was just a rapper. Get them, and I wanted to compete with Bun B. You know what I'm saying? Those were my aspirations. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to compete with the greats. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, you know what I mean? But then I get here and they're like, oh, well, you can't compete with Bun B because you're white. You have a genre of competition and you can only compete with these certain artists, and we'll never, you know what I'm saying, compare you to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I never get compared to Beth or Breed when I got a vocal texture like them, or to you, or you know what I'm saying, to certain other rappers with a draw in their speech. You know what I'm saying? But I'm constantly compared to these white boys, so I didn't even realize I was a white rapper when I showed up. I wasn't trying to eat out that shit, right? But they kept saying it, and then I realized, well, okay, that's what it is.
I'd love to say that my payment had nothing to do with this shit, but that's what they be stressing. The first fucking question, ain't you cool with Bubba? What you think of Slim? What's this got to do with either one of them? First off, I ain't no sucker with a miniature deal. I'm a big white motherfucking city DeVille, for real. This is how I live. I'm not out getting money. I'm probably just at the crib, just with my kid, being in the pits. Damn, John Connor, this fucking beat is a shit. Where my motherfucking white
I don't think you buy Stack records to go to the club and get crunk.
Yeah.
I think you buy Stack records to listen to real shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's such a variety of things that he does, you know what I'm saying, that can touch on so many different kinds of people.
I don't give a damn who you are. You're gonna have a song that he's written that is gonna touch you personally.
Right.
And so that, I feel like, and that's beyond a white and black thing. That's an everybody thing. Right. I don't give a damn if you're white, black, purple, green, yellow. If everybody would just sit down and listen to some of his shit, they would find something that relates to them.
In general, poor people in general embraced rap music because nobody rich touched it. You sure what I'm saying? It couldn't be poison. I believe white boys subscribe to me like they do because it's the first time they've ever heard them represented appropriately. I believe, though I'm a white boy, so kind of inadvertently, you know what I'm saying, I accidentally target a white audience. You sure what I'm saying? It would happen regardless. Black folks still feel my shit because I keep it all the way 100.
Like without a doubt, like before The Natural, probably 8 out of 10 of my records were bought by black folks.
No, and the only proof that my crew came through will be the people found lying in chalk. Allow me to introduce first, Machiavelli the boss, white boy till I die, whatever the
upcoming album, Crackavelli. You know, I know a lot of people probably gonna take that the wrong way. Some of my closest advisors say that will be the straw that broke the camel's back. They say I might as well just go sit down and play Russian roulette and get it over with.
You know, I've had this conversation with people 3 or 4 times since Crackavelli became even an idea, right? Since the first time he called himself that in the song. And I think that off surface, you would think, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I even kind of was like, damn. And then I really, like, dwelled on it and thought about how serious dude has been for representing white boys that have been buying rap music their whole life that never had a representative, period.
Tupac posed questions, and a lot of little broke kids said, hey, I had those same questions.
Dude represented that demographic just like Pac did. Pac represented a demographic of young black men that were in the streets that didn't consider themselves gangsters, but they were definitely street cats. And Pac had all this material just like Stack does. Pac was putting out albums left and right just like Stack does. Stack shit is still fresh 7 albums later. If you listen to Pac shit, it was still fresh 10 albums later. It's still fresh. Motherfucker been dead for 6-7 years.
Basically what it is like Tupac was a real articulate brother, man. He wrote songs, you know what I'm saying, trying to encourage his people. You know, keep your head up. Brenda's got a baby. They kept on, oh, Tupac's a thug. He spits in cameras. He tried to fuck Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He's a thug. He's a thug. And Puffy called him a thug. And dude became, you know what I'm saying? He had a little bit of that in him, but he became what you wanted.
He gave them motherfuckers thug life.
I was out here trying to write records, you know what I'm saying, to change everybody. Records for everybody. And I still do, you know what I'm saying? But you wanted to keep popping that white boy shit. And that's what you got. Crackavelli, baby. Crackavelli the boss. I'm not going no fucking where.
Fuck around, make it do something to ya. Don't let the movie fool ya. I ain't no actor. Spending time with my granny and blowing with Dave. Contemplating every mistake I've ever made. Yo, should've sipped more lemonade and sat in the shade. But that seems so secondary to try to get paid. And I'm only afraid I'm coming up short. So I'm gonna get money every day until I go back to court. Every day that I'm gone is when I won't be gone. They can't hold me down forever and I'm gonna be home. In no time at all, it won't be long. I just need everybody back home to be strong. Every day that I'm gone is when I won't be gone. They can't hold me down forever and I'm gonna be home. In no time at all, it won't be long. I just need everybody back home to be strong. The telephone make my time go by so slow. The streets talk, if something happen, I'm gonna know. People wanna come and see me, but I tell them not to. Talking to them through that glass just breaks my heart, dude. I write a lot of letters, I get a lot of mail. People telling me they can't wait for me to get out of jail. I miss Michaela, I miss my girl, but I try not to think about the outside world. Talk spades and dominoes, songs and proverbs. I seem to find peace in God's word. Cause he's the only real friend that I got in here. Even with nothing, I got a lot in here.
I believe that when you're given a talent, you either use it, you know, to promote good or evil. And I truly believe I use my talent to promote good. So, you know, I expect people to hear my music, you know what I'm saying, if I've done it properly and to be somewhat changed or to want to change. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm a changed man.
Yeah, kids on Sunday afternoons collect calls to my mama. Send me a box of CDs, magazines, drawers and socks. People get the box, everybody gets locked. Phone call, television, everything just stopped. Food here is horrible, conditions are deplorable. Grown men crying, echo through the corridor. More and more, I miss my gal, the camaraderie and fellowship of my pals. When I get out, I'ma kiss the ground, and I just can't wait to hit the town. Fat caps, Kobe Steakhouse, just a thought made me wanna break out. Come on, every day that I'm gone is when I won't be gone. They can't hold me down forever and I'm gonna be home. In no time at all, it won't be long. I just need everybody back home to be strong. Every day that I'm gone.
Stack's not one of them people that's there for the fame and the money. He's there to make music and consistently make music about what he makes it about and the people he makes it about.
Success, and people know that when they go to you, you're always that same person. 92, 2002, 2012. When the cars ain't as nice as they used to be, you still got the same old stuff. You You know what I'm saying? When the house ain't as new as it used to be, and the clothes ain't as sharp, and the jewels don't shine as much, still got the same old stack.
I hear people say a lot of times, you know, what'd you do different on this record? And I say nothing, you know what I mean? I made music, you know what I'm saying, for the people that love me and for the people that I love. And, you know, I'm never gonna change nothing on no record, you know what I'm saying? I got a chemistry for success, it's working for me. So, you know, it seems idiotic to me to try to change, you know what I'm saying? You know, the theory of making an album, you know what I mean? Start to finish, I did the same thing I did on Portrait. I did the same thing I did on The Natural. You know, Crackavelli, I'm gonna do, you know, what I have done consistently, persistently, and traditionally from the beginning.
Like, from start to finish, from dude's first album to now, like, dude is who he is, and he doesn't compromise that.
Stack's bluntly real. You looking at Stack, who's a person, I ain't gonna say probably, the motherfucker is mature beyond his years. As far as rap shit, most of this shit is still knucklehead. When niggas was really into knucklehead and shit, Stack was still like, you know, whatever, I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying?
So I think in the next 5 years, it'll either, you know, it'll be what God decides it's supposed to be.
On the bad days, shit ain't going so well, I ain't got a record out, I'm stranded at a fucking major label for 18 months, whatever the situation is. I come here, and I look behind me, you know what I'm saying? I reminisce on the days when maybe 5 people knew I was a rapper, you know, and those 5 people were my homies. And you know, I come in and I look down, and as far as I can see to the left, as far as I can see to the right, you know, I'm known. And it gives me a lot of confidence, inspiration, and motivates me to know that down there somewhere, somebody right now talking about me. You know what I'm saying? People riding around down there listening to my music. You know, it's we came a long way. And every time I think that, you know what I'm saying, I ain't accomplished shit, or that I ain't, you know what I'm saying, really made the grade or came as far as, you know what I'm saying, we have in actuality, I come here and I'm reminded, you know what I'm saying, exactly how far we came as a unit, how far I've came as an individual, how far hip-hop in Nashville has came as a whole.
I watched them come and go, but the real ones stayed. A few of us stuck together and a meal was made. Bills got paid, even when times was tight. And I represent my people every rhyme I write. In this life, best friends turn into worst enemies. You don't believe me, ask that ball player Dennehy. Oh, that's right, you can't ask him, because his best friend blasted him.